Hi. Today I went to a special jumping inclusion gym called We Rock the Spectrum, and I just wanted to share my experience. First of all, I have not been on here in weeks and weeks, maybe even a month, and it's been such a ride, and I'm just so grateful. We just celebrated Rosh Hashanah, and it was like going into shul and like hearing the shofar, and like it's just so humbling still to think of like the amazing miracles that Hashem has given me and our family this year, and specifically with Aubrey, just like open miracles. It's wild to even, and so humbling, like hearing the shofar and being awoken to it, and like connecting to God and understanding that everything has a purpose. But I was in an inclusion gym today, and someone was like, you have so much energy, you're like made for this. And it was so crazy because I am 7 years sober, and my drug of choice was marijuana, and was something I always felt like I needed in my life because I am so high energy, and it was so hard my whole life to like calm down, to chill out, and like I shared that with another mom at the inclusion gym today, and she's like, you have so much energy, and it like clicked. I'm like, well, I guess I wasn't supposed to be dumbing myself down. I just was waiting for my purpose in this world, to be able to use my energy to help my child persevere and thrive and do well. And it's really hard, really, really hard. And I feel like when people tell me that, I feel like a fraud. Like, I feel like I always have to automatically like follow up by like, I'm not the best mom, and I'm not doing everything right. And if you just came over and like saw me after like 3 meltdowns in a row at the end of the day, you would absolutely not think that. But I shouldn't. Like, why should I downplay when someone tells me that I'm doing a good job? I am doing a good job in that moment, and that's an amazing thing. And yeah, I'm doing a good job, and I'm also sometimes losing my wits with my daughter, who is testing my patience and just so smart, so she knows exactly how to wiggle her way into my patience and just like knock me out emotionally. But it's not one or the other, and like also recognizing that Hashem gave me exactly what he gave me, like this immense amount of energy that I always felt like I had so much, like almost too much for my own good, too much for my body, too much for what was going on. Like, now I have it, thank God, to apply towards my kid. And it's not only kid, it's my kids, it's my house, it's preparing dinner and thinking of things and da 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 da, it's like, it's just like understanding that we're given these gifts, understanding that what we're given is gifts. And like, whether it's when you're 15 or when you're 33, when you finally unwrap the gift and see that it wasn't just like a difficulty or a challenge or a hardship, like when I'm finally able to look at something with fresh eyes and be like, hey, this is not a bad thing. My intense amount of energy and hyper focusing and sometimes like really serious organization is actually not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because if I didn't do it, I don't know that I'd be the mom that I am. I don't know that I'd have the strength to do the things that I can. So I'm just so grateful to recognize gifts in my life today and recognize everything, even Rosh Hashanah as a gift, even the fact that I'm able to like stop and pause and look at my life and look at the gifts and the immense amount of like bracha and blessing that has been bestowed on me and my family. It's a gift. It's absolutely a gift. And the fact that I'm touched by it, like, I think so many people can go into Rosh Hashanah and just be like, yeah, it's an amazing time, and I heard shofar, and we had a lot of roast, and we made a lot of crock pot food and whatever, and like a lot of round challahs and lots of honey, and now let's get ready and take our caffeine suppositories for Yom Kippur. Like, I'm really blessed that I look at these holidays and I look at every single step as like something. Like, it means so much to me. It's so like intense. Like, even just on the first day of Rosh Hashanah, when I was able to go to shul and daven, of course my daughter like has a huge blowout in her diaper, and I like have to run out of shul as they're starting But like I asked them to leave the door, and I literally, whatever, you can think I'm crazy, I was changing my baby's diaper like right outside to the right of the door, far enough that like it wasn't interrupting anything, but that I was still able to hear the shofar. And like the gift is that I have a beautiful child, and my tafkid in this world is to take care of my child. And I'm talking about my younger one, I'm not even talking about Aubrey, but the gift is I have this beautiful child, and if I'm going to hear shofar while I'm changing a poop diaper, then I'm going to hear shofar while I'm changing a poop diaper, and Hashem is still talking to me, and the shofar is still awakening me, and I'm still doing my job to take care of my baby. It was like humbling. It was like initially it was like Yetzer zone, where it's like, I'm so mad. Like, why did she choose to go to the bathroom just a second? Why did I have to rush? And I'm like, wait a second, like, this is what it's all about. I want to be close to Hashem. I want to hear the shofar. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to have a child. My child depends on me. My child is healthy. My child's bowels work. Like, just shifting, and stop looking at things as difficulties and hardships and start looking at things as gifts. Like, everything is a gift. I needed to go into that jumping place today because I felt like garbage yesterday after Shabbos. I was like at my wit's end with Aubrey. She was having tantrum after tantrum, very difficult Shabbos. I needed to go into that jumping gym to be validated by complete and utter strangers. I needed to meet another woman who told me that her son just got diagnosed last week, and she broke down, and I broke down with her, and I held her in an embrace. Like, I need to be around that. I need to be reminded. I need to be humbled. And I appreciated that, like, my God put me in that place to remind me that I am a good mother. And also, maybe I yell too loud at my daughter when I'm frustrated, but also I'm a good mother. And it's not one or the other. It's like a freaking mosaic, and like we just do our best. So I just really wanted to like hop on again because I feel like I haven't done it in so long, and I really love doing this. It's very therapeutic for me. It feels really good. And even if it like touches one person, like, just know that you're not alone. You know, this process that we're going through of like navigating and striking the balance, like figuring out like, when am I allowed to discipline my child, even if she has autism? Like, maybe she's not always allowed to act like a wild, crazy kid. Like, when does the autism excuse and when is it like you're still a child in this world that's not allowed to act that way, and like that's enough of it, you know? That balance is like a totally new thing I never even knew I had to navigate, and now I'm like, wait, whoa, what do I do? You know, all these levels and all these layers that I like uncover as going through this process, going through traversing this like unknown land. You know, it's like you're upping a level, so you're getting to a whole new land, and you have to traverse and you have to map it out, and you have to get the lay of the land and comfortable with it, only to then find a new place, like, because then they developmentally change, and then you're also, you know, at another level where you need to start all over and figure it all out all over. So I'm just so grateful today, and I just wanted to share about it a little bit and just tell you that you're not alone, and whatever you're dealing with, we're all in it together. So have a good day.